What's up, YouTube? Thanks for returning. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoy my videos, deck tech, sideboard guides, gameplay. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We just did some on stream. We just played some historic rogue decks and we got top 500 with it. So let's show the deck real fast. So here's the deck. Pretty basic, I guess, in a sense. And what made rogues a little better now, I don't know if it made it better, but you know, kind of did. Fatal Push having a 1 mana instant speed removal, since this deck is relying pretty much primarily on flashing and playing at instant speed. This card really helps the deck out a lot, so you can continue that game plan of playing at instant speed. So Fatal Push is crucial, is big with the new, Kaladesh coming out, so that's big. And you also got access to Glint Sleeve Siphoner here, so he's good also because he's a rogue, so it triggers, Thiever, it triggers Soaring Thought Thief, and then on worst case scenario, he when you start getting, when he attacks, you get an energy. When he comes into play, you get an energy. And now you have another draw power. So he's a rogue, and he has menace, and he's another draw power. Other than that, the deck didn't really get anything new. Like I said, Fatal Push playing at instant speed is very big for this deck. It needs to play at instant speed. Otherwise, the other card that would have been you would have been playing possibly would have been this card. But playing at sorcery speed is not great with this deck. It's best to play as instant speed. I mean, we have three of those on the sideboard. We have Duresses, Cages, obviously, it's historic. There's a lot of graveyard recursion. Gus, there's a lot of green X decks. Skyclave is there kind of like against control decks. They're killing your creatures. This kind of surpasses against control in a sense where you just play a land, it comes back, they kill it. You play a land, it comes back, they kill it. So that's the sideboard. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the matches. Well, so it's gonna be the matches already happened, but you'll get to see what I played against with this deck to make top 500. So yep, hopefully you guys enjoy the matches. I lose a lot of points. I would drop a lot. 88%er. Guess we keep this. Obviously, I don't know what he's playing. But I mean, we have next turn we play this on blue. We get to flash this in and hold that up. Seems reasonable. Wish Claw. Interesting. He's playing the stupid combo deck. Alright. No. Messed up. Forgot it comes in tapped like that. That was a punt. That was a punt. Wishclaw Storm. Wishclaw. Yep, so he's playing the combo deck. Alright. Wow, I have 2 Drown unlocks. I can counter anything he plays. Alright. I think it also hits it so these two become stronger. Remove this from my own graveyard and hold up Drown Luck. Is that 9? Sure. You don't know what he's doing with it, so just better off to just counter it. Especially since he was trying to do that with it. Well, I'm lethal here, so just gonna go ahead and pass. Push your lighter for a card and put it in your hand. What is he looking for? What is he? What is this? Is the black literally just for Witch Claw? I mean, okay. You're dead to just this? Question mark? Huh. I'm thinking he's just a NeoForm deck. With black for Witch Claw, so you could go grab the combo, I guess. If that's the case. Dispute would be good here. The dispute would be good here. Cages would be good. The rest are technically good, but I'm gonna cut the cling. I'm gonna cut the mages because don't really need to take anything of his. Said duresses are good. Fatal push, huh? Don't think I could really kill anything that matters. I mean, I could and could not. I think I'd rather have duress. That's actually good too. It requires, yeah, let's do that. All right. Because you get NeoForm and the creature's red, so either way. I haven't played against the NeoForm deck in ranked, so let's see how this turns out. Took another mulligan, it looks like. I'm gonna turn 2 Cage just so I can see if he has like an abrade or something. Gilded Goose, okay. Well, that changes things up, I guess. We're just, since we have 2 of them, just gonna play it out. Creature cards in graveyard and library can't. The players can't cast spells from graveyard or libraries. What you rocking with, opponent? Pack the negation. NeoForm. I mean, I think I just take the pack the negation here and just stop something of relevance. Sure. Then we'll just play another Grafdigger's Cage. There it is. That was easy. All right. 600, huh? That was easy. That was quick and easy. If I would have lost, I would have lost so much there. Because he was 88%. 95s. Obviously it's better than 88, but it's still. Alright, we'll keep. Turn 1, turn 2. This would have been an untapped land, that would be nice, but then I could have done turn 3 with Thoughtseize. Okay. Let's see what he's playing. So it looks like he's playing just a low to the curve deck. I mean, I think I'm fine if you want to trade, right? We'll wait. All right. Should have probably maybe taken the trade. Nope. Let's mill 2 more cards. Mill 2 more. Probably should have just done that anyways. But, alright. Maybe I should have done Thoughtseize and hold up Spell Pierce too, maybe? Great Henge. Look at that crap. Oh, he can't attack with this guy now. That would have been insane, man. Quick Great Henge. Okay. Take the trade. Interesting. Sure. Alright, let's see what you have. I think we take the Collected Company here. Now the question comes, do I return Loros back to the hand? Maybe. So if I do that, I should probably put this on black. Alright. Because then technically I can infinitely chump block in a sense. Alright, so he's just Jun Company. Alright. So I think these will be good. The only problem with this is he also runs black cards. Collected Companies obviously would be good. I mean, not Collected Company, Cage for Collected Company. So I take Clean out here for sure. Okay, on the draw, I think I take a Censor out. Maybe 2 Censors out. Spell Pierce, I think it's a little slow. Bring in the Cage here. Maybe bring in the Gust. He runs a lot of green creatures, obviously. Left Struck, Growth Chamber. Is it worth bringing it in? All right, we'll try it. We'll give it a try. Oh yeah. I mean, I do have the mana required, so I guess we keep. I just have to shock myself. I'll use some cards. Obviously, it would have been nice to have a dual land here, but sure, Bone Crusher. There's a Coco. Yep, it would have been nice to have a dual land there, so that we could have done Thoughtseize and Thoughtseize, or Thoughtseize and Guild Enforcer. Play this. I don't know if that does anything. Just gonna pass. Garuk Harbinger. That sucks, but sure. Hexproof from black is annoying. Hope I draw a black mana. Guess we have to play Thoughtseize here. We'll take that. Cycle. He has 5 cards in there. Maybe I should have just... Ugh, I can't block. It's not worth it. Got Ooze. Now you can eat his graveyard. Oh, yeah. Technically, I have a Fatal Push to deal with it. But he can eat up some of his graveyard now. Need an untapped land. Would be nice. Okay, you shouldn't be eating my graveyard, but alright. This is so bad. My mana. Alright, let's see. If I play Glint Sleeve, mill him for 2, but like I said, he could just kind of eat his graveyard. This would have been untapped. I could have then played Glint Sleeve, made it 6, played Fatal Push, made it 7. They need 8, right? Yep. Alright, well, we have to play Glint Sleeve here. It's a blocker. Yes, I'm going to take some damage, but it's a blocker. That way he doesn't get an effect off Harbinger. Obviously, in the long run, I'm still kind of in trouble. Could double block here. And then Fatal Push this, but then... And then I can Jonah lock that. Alright, we'll try that. Since I have Loros, I can use that to get my rogue dudes back. Maybe, never mind. He's just gonna keep eating my dudes. Keep my Loros off. Okay, that makes sense then. All right, buddy. Oh, you're a little late. Let's better push this. You're a little late. That's fine. What the heck? Why do you shock this? I guess that's fine. Kind of what, like, what was the shock about? So I'm gonna do this, destroy this, take 2, then I can do Blood Chief on the 1/1. Oh, maybe not anymore. I could draw now lock this. Alright, destroy this. I was gonna Blood Chief, but then he casted another elf, so it doesn't help. Taking 2 here. Let's destroy this. I was about to do something dumb. Now it's like a 3-turn clock versus a 2-turn clock. Yep. Okay. Well, that's not going to be useful. Too bad I don't have any creatures either. Ooze ate them all up. Yep, I take 1. And concedes. Very well, opponent. Very well. Very, very, very well. Well, the deck is like 9-1, I think. Pretty good. All right. I'm probably gonna... Let's see what happens with this one. But yeah, as for Doom, huh? Should probably may end up putting that deck up on the on YouTube. I'll go put ahead and put that deck up on YouTube. right, here we go. 98%. Okay. No lands? No, thank you. Come on, opponent. Take them all again. Well, I'm keeping this, obviously. And I'm going to bottom this because this gives me all this needed. And since I'm going to mill a few cards, hopefully I draw some other ones. I have a counter spell, I can mill. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mm, 98% opponent. Come on, opponent. I know you're there. I know you're there. Let's run it. Let's run it, opponent. Is it me, maybe? The timer on me? Did I disconnect or something again? Last time this happened, okay, he's here now. That just highlighted, right? That means he's here. Timer should have came out now, right? Okay, wait. What the heck is going on? So he's taking 2 mulligans, I guess. Some kind of deck he's playing. Red, it's green. Green what? Green X. Green X. What kind of green X? Okay. They always have a turn 1 land war elf. This is mono green ramp. Okay. Well then, guess. Yeah, I guess we play Thoughtseize. Well, we have to take that. Nope, no attacks. Because that could kill my guy. Could be, he could have done it for 3, X equals 1. He could fight it. Dun, 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 dun. Why wouldn't... Because X can't equal... Okay. Yeah, alright, I guess we just pass turn again. And see if he has a Nissa. He has a Nissa, we have a Sensor. Mindstone. Oh, it's the Ulamog deck. Yeah, mono green Ulamog or whatever it's called. Guess we cycle. I need to draw into some rogues here. So that way this could start stealing cards. Especially if he plays Ulamog. Cards in there. Ugh, another land. Alright, well this is kind of looking bad, people. I need creatures and I'm drawing none. You gonna sack it? Hopefully he does. That's the 5th card now. Need 3 more. No, we can't let that happen. That's the 6th card. Can't let Karn happen. Alright, alright. So let's add that to hand. Alright, now I'm just gonna attack. See if he'll do anything. He blocks, we flash in. He's taking the block. Okay. Mill some cards, triggers. There we go. Eat your creature free. Yep, mono green Ulamog deck. Alright. Or I should say the green colorless deck, whatever you want to call it. Now this I can take your creature, kill off Nissa. That works for me. No blocks. Alright. So x equals 0. Take that. And we have a general lock ready. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Go ahead. We have adrenaline lock ready. All right, so not really sure. I mean, obviously, if we get an aggressive start, we can be very good against this deck. At the same time, we can also be very bad. So we bring in duresses. That's good and bad. So cling, let's cut that. Not really sure how many creatures you can really take here, other than maybe elf. So maybe I cut those. Maybe I cut a siphoner here, a sensor, bring in 2 Gus. Want to bring that in? Guess maybe I can cut, say, 2 Fatal Pushes, bring in 2 Blood Chief Thirst, since they kind of both take care of the early cost cards. Because I also want still at instant speed, technically. I want to be playing, so like if he does elf. Well, I'm on the, actually, I'm on the draw, so I think that's just better regardless. Okay. Dun 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 dun. This is tough. Think that's slow? Alright, we're gonna try. Because I have a duress. And maybe take off, pick something early off from their hand. If they play an elf, I can kill it. Alright, we'll give it a try. Alright, so 1 second. Let's see what he does, though. Obviously, if he plays, gets fast like Ulamog or something like that, or Ugin, it's gonna be very bad, Nissa. But I think I can slow him down with Duress Sensor. And since he played that. Alright, so we're gonna shock this, because this is only black mana. This one could go blue or black, and I don't have any creatures right now, so that's not gonna do me any good. Hopefully he doesn't have like a Mind Stone here. Has Goose, that's fine. Goose is fine. Alright, so we're gonna put this on black, so we can play Duress and Blood Chief. So I think I take Vivian here, and then just Goose away his, or Blood Chief the Goose. Yeah. So if I take Vivian, but he also has to draw. If I take the Karn, let's see. There's only 1 in there. I take the Karn, he has to literally draw running up 2 runner lands in order to play the Vivian, which he can easily do. Alright, I'm just gonna take the Karn. And kill this. So there's 3, and the reason why I wanted to take maybe the Vivian here was because of Drowning Lock. If he throws one more card in the graveyard, I can counter it. But, okay. I'm surprised he didn't do it for 1 and just double his power. Because now, I guess he's trying to wait. Oh, they're both 4. I'm an idiot. I was thinking this is the other Vivian. I'm thinking standard Vivian for some reason. I'm just like, okay, who cares? What is he waiting for? Oh, he's holding up mana for Censor. I see. So that means he has to draw another running land. So let's cycle this. Oh my gosh, if it brings me a black creature, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Okay, well that helps. Okay. And now even if he draws the land, I have double Censor to stop it. Wow. Okay. I'll take some creatures here, deck. Please. This could be actually a card. "46 cards. Okay, Spell Pierce is a decent draw. What is my opponent like trying to play around? Obviously he's looking for lands. Is he just drawing like Ugins and sure. Do I just kill that? Let's cycle one first. I'm not sure if it's holding up the mana for this or it's I just started playing it 2-0. That's it. I'm canceling my sub. Don't even read chat. Oh, okay. I'm reading chat. I'm reading chat. I was busy trying to figure out what he was trying to do with his hand. I'm here. I'm in the top 500 again. I didn't play yesterday. Oh my gosh, I just keep drawing lands. Keep drawing lands. So that part about this is now he can cast the Hydra to fight it, but then I can use Loris to get it back. Been here 5 minutes before I get an answer. Oh wow, no, I don't know about 5 minutes. Maybe my chat wasn't up or something, but 5 minutes? I'm not sure about that. He has 6-card hand. I have a 2-card hand. Mine's down. Yep, can't stop it either way, so it doesn't really matter. Wish I had another energy so I could draw a card here, but ooh, Thoughtseize! I'll take that one. Wow, look at this guy's hand. Look at this guy's hand. Do I take the Hydra so he can't fight my hold on, 1, 2, 3. I don't think I care about the Hydra. Do I take the Gargaroth? I can censor this and also spell pierce this. If you cast this to fight the Siphoner, I think it's fine. Thinking this, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I care for that. These, obviously, I do care for. The Vivians and the Nissa. It's either between Gargaroth here and Nissa. Hydra, you think? So he can't fight my creature? But I have Loras that can get it back. Alright, we'll try that. So, black, black. Problem is that, like, even if he kills the Siphoner, I can get it back. That was the reason why I wasn't even having Hydra kind of on my radar. I was thinking Gargaroth here because if he draws a land now, I'm kind of screwed. Sensor doesn't work. So then in that case, I would just be cycling this. He draws a land here, he can cast Gargaroth. Whereas Visionary, okay, that's fine. It's a redraw for him. Kind of stacked though. He just needs the mana. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. You can counter it, but I don't know. That's how I would play it. I can't counter it if he drew a land, because he would have had, so like he would 3, 4, 5. He would have had 6 mana if he drew a land, so I wouldn't have been able to counter it. Oh my gosh, another land. Another land. So many lands. Where's my rogue guys? The other rogue guys. The good rogue guys. I want to use one Dremel lock. Yeah, if he didn't draw the land, obviously I can just censor it, but he's the mono green ramp deck, so like he should be having lands. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna play Siphoner and Loras this turn, because then I can still hold both of these up. And it also gives me the second energy for Siphoner. What's in his graveyard? A bunch of little ramp dudes that I just kept killing. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, I was like, did I mess up? No, I didn't. I have 2 blue. Yeah, just a bunch of ramp dudes that I just kept killing. Casted it, kill it. Casted it, killed it. Killed it. And then I duress the Karn out and Thoughtseize the Hydra. That was my hand. Alright, so now I can't even stop that. Because if I spell Pierce, you can pay the 2. If I censor, you can pay the 1.
I love everything from deer to dinosaurs.
He has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Yeah, I just drew a lot of lands. It's true. Interesting that he chose that method. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So this is kind of useless since he has so much mana now. I'm just going to cycle this. And then I'm going to draw a card off Glint Sea Siphoner. Oh my gosh. Another land. Take like Into the Story, I guess, since I have all these lands. So Thoughtseize, I'm assuming I have to take the Nissa here, right? Like I could take Gargaroth also, either Nissa or Gargaroth. Maybe I take the Gargaroth because I can kill Nissa with the Siphoners. Yeah, let's do that. Because if you cast Nissa, it goes up to 6. So if you cast Nissa, it goes up to 6. Yeah, it goes up to 6, right? I can attack with just these 2 and this. If he makes the land, he can double block 1, 3, 4, 5. You wouldn't kill it. That's tough. But I mean, I'm gonna go Gargoth here. Let me hold full control. I don't know if that really matters. So attack here, attack here. I guess it doesn't matter now, right? I mean, I could boost it to make him take more damage. Should have done this before attacks. So that way I could have milled him some cards, but don't think I'm milling. Actually does matter to mill him some cards. That was dumb. Oops. They don't get bigger anyways. Oh well. Should have done it before attacks.
Tear into the brush.
That was a misplay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, huh? 37 cards. Alright. He can kill it with a fight. No, he can't. This is the 2/2. He can't kill this. It fights it, but it's a 3 toughness. The only way you could kill it with a fight is if he casts Nissa and he casts Vivian. So 2, 4. I have to spell pierce this, right? So he can't cast Vivian also? No, 2, 4. No, he can't cast Vivian also. Unless he pluses and then does it. Then he could do it. I think I spell pierce here and force him to tap out. Oh no, but then he can use... So he'll pay 2 mana here, right? If he's smart, he'll play the Visionary in the Forest, and then plus, and then play the... Alright, I gotta spell pierce. Let's see if he's smart. If he's smart, he taps the Visionary in the Forest. Then, oh, he messed up. He messed up. Now he only has 3 mana. He done goofed. If he would have tapped this, he would have had 4 mana. He could have casted the Vivian. No blocks. Alright, let's see if I can draw something good. Drawn enough lands here. You would think I would draw something decent, right? It's gonna be a land. It's another Glintstone Siphoner. Alright, Into the Story is not bad. So black, black. Blue, blue. Let's draw 4 cards. That would have been nice to have last turn, but okay. Thief Enforcer. So, guess I'm just gonna send everything at Nissa. Right? To try to kill it off. Yeah. Send everything at Nissa. Should hopefully kill it off. Unless he... So he could block here to here. No, he has to send both of them to block here. 3, 4, 5. He can't block this. So yeah, he has to double block the Siphoner here. Then I have these 2 that I could... Yeah, let's do that. Nissa... Maybe this one. Yep, you have to double block. Kill your forest. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's gonna sacrifice to gain some life. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had played this, play that, enters tapped, flash, flash, cycle. Maybe I cycle first before I flash him.
Oh, I am gonna love tearing this place to the ground.
Now you can kill Soaring Thought Thief. Let's see, I'm gonna cycle this first though. In case I draw like a Joan on the lock. So black, blue. Yep, cycle. Nope. You're good, opponent. You got it.
You picked the wrong fight.
If he attacks, flash it in, block. Flash this in, kill them both. No! El Karn! The Karnarino! He drew Karnarino! What could Karn get here? What could Karn get? I'm trying to think. What could Karn get that would matter here? If with him having, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana? What could Karn grab for 5 mana? Should I just mill him more? So if I play another one, it mills 4. Play another one, it mills 6. So it mills 10 of his cards. He goes to 27. Don't think that matters. So we'll just block. Kill his land. I have this guy that can kill. I was hoping he kind of. No, didn't matter actually. An intro in the story would be nice here. What could he get? Tormod's Crypt would be really bad. If he has. What is this? Tap target artifact, creature, or land. Tap target artifact, creature, or land. Okay, that sucks. Icy Manipulator, huh? So I think I'm going to go after Karn and Nissa here, because this doesn't really matter. The first plus effect doesn't really matter. Yeah, like putting two, especially if he blocks here. You're going to tap something and then that's dumb. Don't do that, opponent. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my gosh, he did it. He did it. He did it. Oh, there it is. Into the story. Nice. Okay, so let's kill Karn and Nissa. Okay, so combat. Nissa, Karn. I don't know why he did that, but he did it. So black, black. I guess he didn't want to give me an energy? I don't know, man. So that I don't draw a card. He has 26 cards left. You killed way too many lands. That's good that I killed a lot of lands. I've drawn a lot of lands though too, so yep. Mindstone is a redraw for him. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. I mean, it does and it doesn't. They gain trample, which kind of matters, but oh, I've milled too many lands. That was a decent draw, though. You can put counters on both of them now. I can still kill it with the Siphoners, but because you can't use this now anyways. Put 2 counters on Visionary? I would have done it both, you know what I mean? Like 1 and 1. Don't get to draw any cards. Another land. Alright, let's see. How do I not lose? Alright, so you can't block this. I could kill this. Guess I attack this to this and these 2 to him. And then just hold up. Yeah. Alright, so this to here. This here. And I think I'm just going to hold those up and play Thoughtseize. Landlord, I know. This is ridiculous. So I'm gonna play Thoughtseize here just to be safe and see what he has. Ugh, that's not good. He might be able to. Ooh, if he draws like a. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say if he draws a way to kill one of my creatures, I would have lost because he could tap one of them down. Oh my gosh. Top 3 hundo. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's do a quick sideboard guide here. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. All right, let's get right into it. So as you saw in the videos, I made top 200 and then I lost a game to get into the top 500 with the deck. So it's pretty good. Top 500 Mythic. So if there's anything I would change from the deck, I would say Cling to Dust is kind of weak. I'm not sure if I've ever used this against anything and if I've ever kept it in. Obviously, you can use it against like the Rakdos, recursion type of decks with, Luras and Thoughtseize and the Dread Horde, whatever, to keep using Thoughtseize over. But I think it's just a little too weak, and you're not really seeing that right now, especially with the new Kaladesh remastered set. Decks are just kind of being tested out right now. I would cut this, and I think I would cut one of the mages and add 2 robbers. So I would cut this and add 2 of these. It gives you access to another rogue guy. This guy's good with Loras. On top of making this, so you can bring out other creatures. Triggers here, triggers here. Once they get 7 or 8 cards, you could use it to draw a card. So I would make that change. As far as anything else, I think the deck you're good to go for the rest of the part. Thoughtseize obviously you need because you're in black. This card's amazing. If this was in standard, it would be played in 4 of all the way. Fatal Push, get rid of the early removal, Spell Pierce, early counter. So yeah, I would keep the rest the way it is. If anything, this can go for another card. I've used it in the matches you see. I've used it maybe once, I think. I've always kind of side decked it out, but the rest is pretty solid. I'll keep it the way it is. Sideboard, I don't think I would change anything from the sideboard. There's only one dispute here because they're not really playing against too many blue-based decks right now. You're either seeing like Gruul Aggro, you're seeing, what is it, the Marvel decks, and even the Marvel decks is like their artifacts, Ulamogs. This kind of doesn't do very much because it's not, well, it does, but it doesn't because it's not a 1-mana counterspell, it's a 3-mana counterspell. In that case, you'd rather just play something like a maybe negate or even the sensors and drowning locks are good. So it's one of the Skyclave is kind of there for like the control matchups. If you play up against control, this card's very good because they kill it, you play a land, it comes back, they kill it, you play a land, it comes back, etc. Noxious is there kind of against both green and against like Teferi green decks. This is against collected companies, Junt sacrifices, goblins is another one. Duress against control decks and creature decks. So far from the matches I've played, since like I said, Historic is kind of in the air right now. People are testing and trying decks. What I'm going to give you as a sideboard guide is more based on general ideas versus specific decks, because what I'm playing against right now might not be what you're going to play against this in 2 days, 3 days. I will give you specifics on specific decks that I think will stick around, but as far as what decks might be played in the future, I'll give you sideboard guides on that. So obviously Gruul, Aggro, whatever, mono green, or whatever it's called in Historic, Gruul Aggro, I believe.
That's probably not going anywhere just because Burning Tree Emissary is very strong. All their creatures are strong. You got the elf to bring out something early. You got Collected Company. So you have all these strong creatures. I don't think Gruul aggro is going anywhere. And if I were to play against Gruul aggro, what I would sideboard out is 2 Spell Pierce for sure because they're pretty much all creatures. And depending if you're okay, so if you're on the play, what I would side deck out. So let's say what we were gonna bring in. So we bring in 3 Blood Chiefs. That's 3. If you think it's if they have Collected Company, you could bring one of these in, but like I said, it's they're going to beat you down with the creatures they have rather than Collected Company, especially since you're going to have counter spells. You know, if you're on the play, you're going to have sensors and drown unlocks, not spell pierces, but drown unlocks and sensors to stop the Collected Company. So if you do bring this in, bring it in only as a 1 of, I would say, not 2, because if you draw it and they don't play Collected Company, they can just beat you down with the creatures they have. So what I would recommend is 3 Blood Chiefs, 3 Aether Gusts because they hit both green and red. You could bring this in because most of their creatures does have green in it. So 3, 6, 7. I would bring in 7, possibly 8, but 7 for sure. So 3 Blood Chiefs, 3 Gusts, and Noxious Grasp. What I would take out here is 2 Spell Pierce, easy takeouts. And like I said, I would take out 1 Glint Sea Siphoner, so that's 3. I would cut. So the mage is good, but it's also not because if you don't get 8 cards in their hand or the graveyard, it doesn't really, it's going to be a 5 mana, 6 mana play to take a 3-drop. So I usually cut it just because if I don't get the package going, it's useless. So 2, actually you could cut 2 of these. So 2, 2, that's 4. Cut that, that's 5. I cut 1 Thoughtseize, that's 6. And I cut 1 Sensor, that's 7. And I bring in 3 Blood Chiefs, 3 Gusts, and 1 Grasp, which gives you more. Anyways, cutting Gut Sensor is kind of almost the same thing, not necessarily. Obviously, they get to put it back on top of the deck, but for the churn, it counters the spell, so it's good. So cut 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Siphoners, 1 Center, and the mage and the Thoughtseize and bring that in. That's what I do against Gruul. Play or draw, I bring that in. Like I said, if you wanted to bring the cage in, you could. You can cut something. I don't know. Maybe you could cut a second center, I guess, if you want, or Wind Robber, or even a Thoughtseize, especially if you're on the draw. This might be slow, especially since you're taking 2 damage. So that's Gruul aggro. Now, if you're playing against Marvel decks, you probably will still see Marvel decks for a while. They're the deck to play tech, I guess right now. A lot of people are playing some form of Marvel, either Sultai, Teamer, Green Blue, whatever it is. They're playing some kind of Marvel version. Against Marvel, the key thing is to, yeah, they're gonna create energy regardless. Like no matter how you do it, they're gonna create energy. They have the attune with the Aether that creates some energy, Aether Hub, Rogue Refiner, Whirlwind Virtuoso, I believe is his name. So they have a bunch of ways to create energy. So you can't stop that mechanic. What you need to stop is Aetherworks Marvel from coming out, because by turn 10, and Ulamog is casted, you should probably win the game before that. And you know what I mean. So you have to try to stop the Aetherworks Marvel. So what I bring in, or what I cut slash bring in, is so I bring in 2 Duress, definitely 2 Cages, and a Mystical Dispute here. So I bring in 2, 4, 5. The reason why I bring in Mystical Dispute is because it's another counterspell to Aetherworks Marvel. And unless they have like a turn 1 elf, so they play and they go first, there's no way they can cast Aetherworks Marvel before you'll have Dispute mana. So I bring in 2 Duress, 2 Cage, 1 Dispute. And what I cut is 4 Fatal Pushes. They're good and they're not, but I cut 4 Fatal Pushes and I cut the Mage. So I cut those 5 to bring in Duress, Cage, and Dispute. And like I said, the cage stops their Marvel from, so even if they have Marvel in play, the cage stops them from grabbing any cards. Because it says players can't cast spells from the top of, and Aetherworks Marvel says cast a spell. It says players can't cast spells from the top of their libraries or graveyards. So against the Marvel decks, I bring I cut the 4 Fatal Pushes, the mage, bring in 2 duress, 2 cage, 1 dispute. Um, Against mono red, because you're going to see a lot of mono red. Mono red's been in historic for a while. They got a boost with Chandra. So mono red, what you need is you need the 3 blood cheese, you need the 3 Gus, and I think that's all I bring. You could bring in the cage if you think they might be bringing in the enchantment where they can play the cards off the top of the deck, but I believe they went away from that and they're playing Chandra now instead. So I would just bring in the 3 Chiefs and then 3 Gus. And against mono red, I cut all 4 Thoughtseize because they're burning you, attacking you to the ground so much that taking an extra 2 damage could end up costing you the game. So I cut the 4 Thoughtseize and I cut 1 Siphoner and 1 Censor. Because you're bringing, actually, yeah, 1 Siphoner and 1 Censor. Because you're bringing in Gust anyways. So this is not going to probably counter anything. It's more of, cycle through, draw something. And like if you're on the play, obviously it could counter something. It's not always going to not counter something, but it's less likely if you're on the draw versus the play, and all their creatures are usually 1 drop, 2 drops, except for like Chandra. But it's always kind of good to catch them off guard with it. So I bring in, and if you want, you could even cut the 2 more extra ones and bring in the Duresses instead of Thoughtseize. You could bring in Duress because Thoughtseize won't take, you're going to take damage versus not take damage. So against red, what I do is I bring in 3 Blood Chiefs, 3 Gus, and I take out 4 Thoughtseize, 1 Siphoner, 1 Censor. To bring in 3, 6, take out 4, 5, 6. So that's against red. Against control-based decks, either it be, I guess, Sultai, Blue-White, Esper, whatever the case may be, you got to bring in 2 Duress, and if they're playing some green-blue X version of it where Earl's in the deck, you could bring this in, but be careful if you bring this in, because if you bring this in, you can't use Loras, and that completely stops Loras, and it stops this 1 card, but stopping Loras is kind of big. So what I bring in is I bring in 2 Duress, and if they're a green base, I bring in the Gus. Otherwise, I don't bring in the Gus. If they're a white base, Teferi, bring in this. But I also bring in Dispute and Skyclave Shade. The reason why I bring in this the Skyclave Shade is because they're going to do either like Rat the God, they're going to do, whatever, Heartless Act, or what is it? Ritual Soot, maybe Eliminate, Maelstrom Pulse, whatever the case may be. They're going to destroy your creature. This is just a recursion based off lands, so they have to deal with this multiple times. And then once you get too many lands, you can kick in, it becomes a 5, or it's at 5/3. So I bring in 2. Like I said, if it's depending on which version, if it's Uro, you bring in Gust. If it's the Fairy, you bring in Grasp. Mystical Dispute, Skyclave. When I cut against control, it's 4 fatal pushes because it's probably not going to hit anything. Cut the 4 fatal pushes, cut the mage, that's 5 cards right off the bat. And you bring in 2, 3, 4, 5, or you bring in 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you're bringing in 5, you bring in the 2 Duress, the Skyclave, Mystical Dispute. If you're bringing in the 8, you take out the 4 fatal pushes. You take out, I would say, take out maybe 2 censors and take out the mage, because you're bringing in Dispute and Gus anyways, and Censor and Gus kind of, obviously this throws into the graveyard, this puts it at the top. One is better than the other in certain situations. Obviously, you don't want to counter Uro because then it just comes back from the graveyard. So putting it back on top of their deck is better than countering it, because then they have to recast it, use another churn in it. You know what I mean? So I would do that. But yeah, that's there's the colorless deck, the artifact deck. You bring in Duresses, you bring in Dispute. Cage doesn't do anything against their deck. I would bring in the Blood Chiefs and replace obviously Fatal Push, because they have Karn, they have Ugin, both baby and big Ugin. But I would definitely bring in the 2 Duress, the Dispute, like I said, I would probably bring these in, and I would cut 4 Fatal Push Mage. That's 5 cards. So 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, so far those are the decks I'm seeing in Historic. Those are the SideBoard guards. This deck is currently, so in the video you're probably gonna see, I don't know, like 8 matches or something like that, and I'm like 8-1 with the deck, make top 2 or top 300 Mythic with it. But yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to hit that subscribe, like button. I'll be posting more videos upcoming. The next video I have up coming out in a few days or next week, early next week, is blue-white control and Historic. But yeah, don't make sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.